start. Stream is starting. Stream is healthy. I should start. Okay. What up, guys and girls and everybody? This is my first impressions of books that I started today. And I started Illuminae by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff. And Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman. These are two very different books that I started today. So first off, I'm going to show you Illuminae. This is the Illuminae Files #1. So this is going to be a trilogy probably. Check this out. So we have this cool cover. It's like all like burnt up kind of looking. See? But I can't really take off the cover because it's a library book. But underneath, yeah, that's not really working. That kind of. Underneath, it's really cool. You gotta trust me. Underneath, it's like a dossier with a bunch of lines crossed out, and it's very cool. So you can see a little bit of that through the cover, and the cover is very interesting. I would like the title to be a little bit darker because I can never even see the title. It would have been cool if whatever was underneath somehow was blacked out at those spots and it made the title. So I think they missed an opportunity there. But it's a well put together book. Illuminae. So on the back it has a bunch of quotes. Alright. So I'm going to read the inside flap. Illuminae. This morning, Katie thought breaking up with Ezra was the hardest thing she'd have to do today. This afternoon, her planet was invaded. Hate when that happens. The year is 2575, and two rival mega corporations, blank and blank. See, it's crossed out, are at war over a planet that's little more than an ice-covered speck at the edge of the universe. Too bad nobody thought to warn the people that were living on it. With enemy fire raining down on them, X's, Caddy and Ezra, who are barely even talking to each other, are forced to fight their way onto the evacuating fleet, with an enemy warship in hot pursuit. But the warship is the least of their problems. A deadly blank has broken out and is mutating with terrifying effects. Ooh. The fleet's AI, which should be protecting them, may actually be their enemy. What? And nobody in charge will say that the blank is going on. So in this book, the swear words are blanked out, like that. But it's kind of fun. As Caddy hacks into a tangled web of data to find the truth, it's clear that only one person can help her bring it all to light. The ex-boyfriend she swore never to speak again to. Very cool. Alright, so this is, at the bottom it says, briefing note. This is told through a fascinating dossier of hacked documents, including emails, schematics, military files, IMs, medical reports, interviews, and more. Illuminae is the first book in a heart-stopping, high-octane trilogy about lives interrupted, the price of truth, and the courage of everyday heroes. So yeah, check out what this looks like. So this is a dossier of an interview, one of the pages, between the character and an interviewer. We get these cool emails. Whoops. And then there's even like Wikipedia-like articles. And there's even pictures. These are all the people that died in one of the scenes. Sad face. And it even has a whole list of people that died. It's pretty cool. And then you have even schematics of the ships that they're in. Now, I have to admit, this is pretty cool. I like narration styles that are way different, and this is way different, and I'm enjoying it so far. I am only 90 pages in, but it's fun. I like it a lot. Um, I mean, it's not detailed by any stretch of the imagination, but the world building is surprisingly good considering it's all in documents and different hacked dossiers, and it's pretty cool. Let's check out this one. This one here is the girl's journal, and they hacked her journal, which it says do not enter. But oh, we got it anyways. But I'm liking it so far. It reminds me a lot of Battlestar Galactica, actually, and I recommend it. It is young adult, and it seems pretty cool. I like it. So far, basically, this corporation attacked this other corporation, and they destroyed the settlement that these two characters are living on. They had to escape. They hate each other now because, they're exes. They're on different ships. The boy becomes a pilot. The girl becomes a hacker. And they have to still work with each other to save the day, I guess. And I'm liking it so far. Then I started on audiobook Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman. Now, Christopher Buehlman is a horror writer, but this is a horror fantasy of sorts. Last year I listened to the audiobook The Lesser Dead by Christopher Buehlman and loved it. It was awesome. Christopher Buehlman throws no punches. I mean, he throws all the punches when it comes to writing, and it is sometimes over the top violent, and sometimes it's profane, and sometimes it's just ridiculous. The characters are not likable characters. They are pretty much the worst people ever, but they do things that redeem them. The characters are snarky, jerk type characters. And it's a lot of fun. So in Between Two Fires, this is the synopsis that's on Goodreads if you want to follow along. The link is in the description box. Here we go. Christopher Buehlman invites readers into an even darker age, one of temptation and corruption, of war in heaven and of hell on earth. The year is 1348. Thomas, a disgraced knight, has found a young girl alone in a dead Norman village, an orphan of the Black Death. So this is all in Europe during the plague, 1348, during when France and England are all fighting each other. Yes, right away, awesome time period that I love, history that I absolutely love. Yes, medieval history. Okay, an orphan of the Black Death. In an almost unnerving picture of innocence, she tells Thomas that plague is only part of the larger cataclysm, that the fallen angels under Lucifer are rising in a second war on heaven, and that the world of men has fallen behind the lines of conflict. Is it delirium or is it faith? She believes she can see the angels of God. She believes a righteous dead speak through her in her dreams. And now she has convinced the faithless Thomas to shepherd her across a depraved landscape to Avignon. There, she tells Thomas she will fulfill her mission, to confront the evil that has devastated the earth and to restore to this betrayed murderous knight the nobility and hope of salvation he long abandoned. As hell unleashes its wrath, and as the true nature of the girl is revealed, Thomas will find himself on the macabre battleground of angels and demons, saints and the risen dead, and in the midst of a desperate struggle for nothing less than the soul of a man. Ooh, this is good so far, guys. I listened to maybe about an hour, maybe hour and a half this morning of Between Two Fires, and I'm enjoying this. The setting is superb. I just love this setting. The whole plague, the Black Death thing, it's fantastic. The the religious paranormal type feud against the angels and devils and stuff is a lot of fun. If you like Supernatural, I think you would like this book. Very similar to Supernatural in that respect. And Thomas is just a hilarious character and a lot of fun to read. And he goes around, he acts like he's this like tough jerk of a person, but he honestly is just a broken man. And he finds this girl and he saves her. And so he is very unwilling to help her, but she says these things to get him to help her and to take her to Paris first and then to Avignon. And Thomas wants to do it because, you know, he got hurt with the whole war thing and with trust issues and stuff, and he just wants to help out. But, you know, he's a guy that was in the army, the French army, against the English, and a whole bunch of bad things happened, and the people around him were just awful people, and yeah, he's not the greatest of people. There's a lot of language in this book, so just warning about that. But it's great so far. I love Christopher Buehlman's writing. There's a wit, there's a charm to it that makes the book just come alive, and I laugh. Like today I was at the gym and I'm like on the treadmill and I'm just cracking up because it was so funny. And people probably looked at me funny, but I didn't care. It was good. So yeah, those are the 2 books I've started today, and so far it's good. So far I'm excited. Most books when I start, I'm very excited about them when I start them. So that's Illuminae by Amie Kaufman and J. Kristoff, and Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman. If you're a horror genre fan, check out Christopher Buehlman's books. You won't be disappointed. He's awesome. This is my second of his. I'm probably going to read all his books over time because he's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, that is my live first impressions for this week of the books I'm reading. I hope everyone has a great week with what they're reading. Let me know what you're reading in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video or not. Thanks.